Have you upgraded your Jennifer to the newest version? If you want to experience the new features of Jennifer, upgrade it first, then you can use all the new features. We're about to find out the difference between the past XView pop-up window page and the renewed one in the recent version of Jennifer. It is possible to access the XView pop-up window from various routes. The most popular way is to drag a scatter of transactions or click in the XView chart of the dashboard or analysis menu. Jennifer's new version has changed the user interface of the XView pop-up window page. As you can see, at a glimpse, the most obvious changes are the layout and coloring. In the past XView pop-up window, there are some buttons to manage the data on the table, like filtering and sorting. It's located above the transaction table. But, in the new XView pop-up window, features with less importance are grouped in one button. At the bottom of the transaction table, there are buttons for the in-depth analysis feature. If the buttons are not active, it means that there is no data related to the transaction for that particular feature. Jennifer 5 supports the concept of grouping transactions and display them accordingly. For example, you can use client ID, application, GUID, user ID, or client's IP address to group them by relevant transactions that illustrate the transaction call relations or simply the field values. In general conditions of the past XView pop-up window, the screen is divided into top-bottom vertically. But that is not the case when it shows the group transactions mentioned earlier. At the top of the transaction list area, there will be additional areas created. In this way, the profile data viewing area is reduced in height, so Jennifer users will feel somewhat inconvenient depending on the resolution of the monitor. So, what about the new XView pop-up window? Are there any changes? XView pop-up screen area is fixed as top-bottom, so that users can view the profile data analysis at a wider angle. The group data viewing area is put as a bar chart in the left side area. In fact, group data is not suitable for displaying with a bar chart as there are too many field types. So, we decided to exclude and hide some field values in a bar chart, unless they are very critical. Interestingly, relevant transactions are displayed in the topology chart. In the past layout, the topology chart is displayed on the top of the screen. But in the new layout, it's not suitable for putting the topology chart at the left side area, so we put it as a layer at the right bottom. We assigned a certain transparency level to make sure it is not highly visible before activation. If activated, the layer area is broadened,